Done.
Live. I'm recording you as you're recording me. So questions away. Fire away.
What is this YouTube series about?
This YouTube series is about crystallizing relationship issues. We're getting to the very poignant matter of things, dealing with all of the miscommunications, all of the misconnections and disinformation that we feed each other. Because through that, we get ourselves caught in fantasies and fairy tales between one another. Simplified, we are living a relationship circus of stories instead of reality. And to this series, from this series and with this series, we're getting to the balls of reality and stripping clean of the illusion.
Are you speaking only on...
Keep going.
Are you only speaking on intimate love relationships right now? Or are you speaking on relationships in general?
I think and I believe and view the world as an interconnecting relationship. The intimate relationship would always reveal more depth, more sacred blind spots within us. But when I speak on these things, I am indeed giving a greater focus to the intimate relationship, for that reveals all the juicy, all the unfound, and all the much needed qualities to be now unearthed in this modern time. Though please, darlings, note that relationship, I find, is everything. And anything that you find out about one variant of relationship can be addressed and be used for any type of life. Life is the great relationship, and you need to be the captain of it. Conquer your ocean, and you don't have to do it alone. So, question number 3.
What do you speak about relationship issues? Can you define the word issue in the way that you use it? And is it really the term that you want to use?
Greatly spoken. Issues, in this sense, can be looked at as when you've got a magazine. Or better yet, when you've got a new comic book issue. It's another scene, another scenario, another story. So what we're speaking on is relationship issues, as in another story, scenario, scene, role playing out in your own film narrated by yourself. So issues, not a bad thing, not a problem, nothing wrong. It is you embarking on another tale that you are co-creatively weaving alongside the relationship or relationships that you have found. So all I am sharing is my own, my own self as an archetype on your shoulder, giving a few whispering keynotes if you want to hear them, so you can continue to meld your own creativity in your own storyboard as your own relationship or relationships. Issues, not a problem, just another story you boogie on down with.
Which issues would you like to address?
Issues with tissues. Why did Frederick call me a parasite? This is one big thing in relationships. We are unconsciously being parasites to one another. We are taking each other's energy because we're not standing in integrity and standing in the sovereign stance, as I poetically call it, of our own authenticity. Now, if we're not in our authenticity, we are allowing our energy to be misused by ourselves and thus others. And we are attracting relationships that are in non-alignment with who we are, what we desire, what we wish to be. The simplicity of this is so grand that our disbelief in miracles has actually become a habit of us thinking we don't deserve it. The very core to why we've lost hope in life is therein our relationships, the relationship issues. And it's because we are misusing our energy and parasiting off and from the wrong things. The questions.
Like the blank space in between the letters?
The silence in between.
The notes?
Or the words. Or the songs.
all want harmonious relationships. I would suppose. This is an assumption I'm making here. However, let's suppose we all want harmonious relationships. What is your key to harmony in relationship?
Your key is actually finding what doors you find worthy to actually put a key into. Harmony is always available. It's always available no matter what you are experiencing, whatever life circumstance you find yourself in. Nothing is ever disharmonious, other than when dear mind tells you it's not. The reason for having the availability to walk onto a door, open it, and having choices is all about space, freedom, and the availability to move. This is the metaphor that I am approached with when you ask me this question. Because we're not walking through doors. We have not allocated ourselves the right freedom or means to actually have the want or willpower to walk through them. We're scared of new worlds. We're scared of newness. We're scared of change. We're scared of being the central creator, the wild and liberated, infinite self, to put it very simply. So my key for harmonious relationships is daring yourself for the freedom that you deserve. You've already got the key, that's who you are. So find freedom and you will find the right doors to open. Then your relationships will flourish.
Coming together in relationship, the individual spaces of me space and the you space merge and a new space is created. The we space, or you could call it us space as well. Would you like to talk about the me space, the you space, and the we space?
The more intimate you get, the more into yourself you will see. That can be looked at as a me space. The deeper you go, you will understand that the me space was always conjoined with the you spaces around you. That's the other people. And that simultaneously conforms the we space. Me, you, we has always been an intersecting trinity that has never been separate, but always a pervading space. We can call this consciousness. We can call this the life force and vitality of the prana that moves through ourselves. We can also call this love. We can also call this the combustion of beauty. We can call this desire and our dreams already made manifest. However you want to call it. Spaces are always filled up when potentiality is allowed to allow itself to fill up. Space is designed for fulfillment because it already has been fulfilled. When we are a me space, you can call us more finite. When we are a you space, we are getting a mirror image of that finite space. When we are in a we space, finiteness begins the experience of growth. Finiteness moving into all possibility, the journey to infinity. When all of these spaces are entwined, me, you, and we become a harmonious adventure of unconditional love. Unconditional love is what joins all spaces together. And when we live a life from the heart, unconditional love, we are not seeing anything separate. We do no longer see me, you, or we. And as an avatar, an embodiment of this unconditional love, when we show up to an intimate relationship, we are entirely showing up to our own inner, intra experiences of love. External reality only follows what is happening inside of you. So the more into yourself that you see, the more juicy intimacy becomes. Reality, intimacy, unconditional love. Me, you, we. Same thing. Connect them all.
What is the biggest relationship issue that you have overcome?
The biggest relationship issue that I have overcome is the veil being lifted. This is seeing who I was engaged in a relationship with, and also who I was. That is meaning the identification of the now moment. By going through that, I was able to see what avenue I was actually in, what lane I was placing myself in, and what was the purpose of me being there. And then through that also, what was I receiving? How was I being treated? How was I being viewed? What was my whole purpose in life? Because our present moment intimate relationship reflects and represents everything that we are in our own personal life right now. And by lifting the veil on this particular relationship, circumstance that I speak on was me lifting the veil on myself. So finding fundamental clarity in my life was one of the greatest relationship issues that I overcome. And you could call that a macro victory, as in, to find clarity in who you are and your relationships is one of the key purposes to the remembering of who you are as a human, finding your way back to love.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for these questions. Did you record that? Splendid! Now this one. CRI instead of CIA. Crystallizing relationship issues. Navigating through the realm of what the fuck are you doing?